We're going to dive into a really fascinating ancient text today. It's called the Ākaṅkheyyasutta, which basically means the Discourse on Wishes. And it takes on a problem that, we all have, this endless list of wants and desires. But its answer is so simple, it's kind of shocking.
Just think about that for a second. Seriously, what if there was one single practice, one key, that could unlock every single door you could ever want to open? From just wanting to be liked by your friends to totally mastering your own mind, all the way to achieving complete spiritual freedom. That's the wild idea we're exploring. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with this universal problem of wishing, and then we're going to uncover the master key itself, this foundational practice. Then we'll see how this one key opens all the doors. First social and material stuff, then mastering your inner world, then things get a little weird with abilities beyond normal perception. And finally, we'll get to the ultimate goal, liberation. Okay, so first things first. The text starts by just acknowledging a huge part of being human. We are always wishing for something. We want to be happy. We want to be safe, respected, free from fear. I mean, the list just goes on, right? The Buddha kicks things off with a wish that is just so relatable. Who doesn't want to be liked and valued by the people around them? And from this really basic human desire, he just starts listing one wish after another, covering basically everything a person could ever want. And here's the kicker. This is the most amazing part about how this text is built. For every single one of those wishes, and I mean from the most normal everyday stuff to the most profound spiritual goals, the Buddha gives the exact same answer. It's not a different fix for each problem. It's one single master key for every single door. So what is this master key? What is this one-size-fits-all solution? Well, it's a single foundational practice, but it's made up of a few crucial parts. Let's break it down. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with sīla, or virtue. You can think of this as the bedrock, the foundation of the whole building. It's about living ethically, telling the truth, being kind, not harming anyone. It gives you a mind that's free from all that baggage of guilt and regret, which makes it a really stable place to start from. So once you have that solid foundation, the next piece is samādhi, which is mental serenity. This is where you practice calming the mind down, developing this inner stillness and focus. It's about training your attention so you're not getting yanked around by every little distraction. Your mind can just rest, stable, and clear. And the third piece of the puzzle is vipassana, or insight. Now that you've got this calm, focused mind to work with, you can start to develop real wisdom. And we're not talking about book smarts here. This is a direct, penetrating way of seeing reality for what it truly is, without all the filters and delusions. And the whole point is that this master key is all of these things working together. You perfect your sīla, your conduct, you develop a serene mind through meditation. The text calls this jhana, which is deep meditative states. And then you use that incredibly stable mind to cultivate vipassana, that penetrating insight. That is the complete practice. All right, so we have the key. Now let's see what it can actually do. The Buddha starts by applying it to the most practical, day-to-day concerns a person might have. Sure, the text talks about a monk's wishes, but these are pretty universal, don't you think? To be loved by your community, to have what you need to live, to feel like you're benefiting others, and even to help the memory of loved ones who are gone. I mean, these are really deep human needs for security, connection, and purpose. And what does the Buddha say you should do to get all of this? You guessed it, it's the same answer again. Perfect your virtue, develop internal serenity, and cultivate penetrating insight. The master key just works. Okay, so from the outside world, the text then takes a turn inward. It moves on to mastering our own minds, about totally transforming our relationship with our own thoughts and feelings. Now pay close attention to the wording here because it's so important. The goal isn't to never feel discontent or fear. The goal is to not be conquered by them. With this practice, you become the one in charge. You develop a mind that's so strong and resilient that it can face literally anything without getting knocked over. You are the master, not your fleeting emotions. All right, now this is where the text just takes a completely mind-bending turn. The Buddha claims that this very same practice, if you develop it to a really, really high level, can unlock abilities that seem to, well, break the laws of physics as we know them. First up, there's the ability to move through solid stuff, like to walk straight through a wall or a mountain like it's not even there, as if you were just moving through empty air.
Next, the text describes something called the divine ear. Basically, the ability to hear sounds from anywhere, whether they're human or from some other realm, right next to you or galaxies away.
It also says you can develop the ability to know what's going on in someone else's head, to perceive their thoughts and feelings just as clearly as you can perceive your own.
And just to give you a sense of the sheer scale of power we're talking about, the text gives us this incredible image, being able to influence the cosmos itself, to literally reach out and touch the sun and the moon. And what's the key to unlocking this unbelievable power? You already know. It's the same exact practice of virtue, serenity, and insight.
But here's the thing. All of these other wishes, from being liked by people to touching the sun, they're really just side quests. The Buddha now reveals the ultimate purpose of this master key, unlocking the final door. The door to complete and total freedom from all suffering. The text then lays out the classic stages of enlightenment. By using this foundational practice, a person can start to break down what are called the fetters. These are the mental chains that keep us tied to suffering. You move step by step through these stages all the way to the final goal.
And this is it. This is the final wish, the wish that actually ends all wishing. The total destruction of the taints, the deep-rooted poisons of greed, hatred, and delusion. The goal is to achieve this unshakable peace and wisdom. And this, the text says, is the real reason you forged the master key in the first place. So from being popular with your friends, to touching the sun, to ending all suffering for good, this ancient text gives us a single, integrated path for all of it. It's suggesting that how we live, how we train our minds, and the wisdom we develop, it's not just for one thing. It's the foundation for achieving everything that truly matters. The Buddha offered one key for all doors. Which kind of leaves us with a question, doesn't it? What's yours?